legends, welcome back. We are finally going to do a collection tour for 2023. I apologize, it is super late, but I figured with BREYERFEST literally tomorrow, now would probably be a good time to show you guys the models I have before all of the BREYERFEST models show up. So, before we get started, I just wanted to quickly mention all of my models are renamed. It's kind of just a tradition I have in my collection. I just like to name all of my models after favorite characters, series, animes, etc. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to start down the bottom and work our way up like we usually do. So over here we have my Cleveland Bay. This is a Monokai. We have a little collector resculpt in the front here. This is Peanut. He was done by Jonas Veroma. Then we have my Georg Conga. So here we have Vendel, Honeybee. This is Iroh, Dymus, and Azeroth. On the next shelf we have my Shenandoahs. I love this mold, it is so pretty. So here we have my two Benellis. We have the glossy one is Saka and this one is Galaxy. He's wearing a cute halter that I made. I love the colours. In the front here we just have a little Schleich. This is Paris. Then here we have Hunk and Marcus. Then we have my ethereals. These guys were actually new in box, but I decided to take them out very, very carefully. So the boxes are still in good condition and all of their stands, I guess, well, they're not stands, they're bases, but you get the idea. They're all still in the box, so I can put them back if I really want to, but they're out on display for the moment. So here we have Arpa. This is Legacy. He's a custom that was done by Waterfall Studios. Then here we have Zuko, Sen, and Thalius. On the next cube shelf we have my Baristal. This is Hank. Then we have my three Vermeer models. So here we have Teddy, Hizadukes, and Ezra. And then we have a little Schleich Frisian. This is Midnight. Then on this shelf we have a couple more models that don't really have any congas yet. Well, besides these two, but that's beside the point. Here we have Snapdragon. This is Dawn and Tornado. Up the back there we have Poe. It's really the only place that I can have him at the moment, but he's still kind of on display because like the foals are a little bit shorter than him. So yeah, but that's just where he's gonna be for the moment. And then here we have Tinen, my Aquatique, and we have Bakari. On the next shelf we have some more foals. So this is Luca. Then here we have Savannah and Janora. We have a little Schleich custom. This is Zeva. He was done by King Zorg on Instagram. Then here we have my Geronimo Conga. So this is Almarak. This is Aang, and he unfortunately got a little bit beaten up on his last shipping journey. So I am yet to fix him up. There's his ear, by the way. So yeah, he's gonna get a little fix up eventually when I have time. Then here we have Genji, who's wearing a cute flower crown that was made by Infinity Breyers. This guy was painted by Sue Kern Thompson. Oh, by the way, this one was painted by Elizaveta Lagotina, I think. EA Studios on Instagram, just so you know. Then here we have Shikamaru, who's a custom that was done by Elena Daniel of Sugar Sweet Studios. And then on the end we have Sendak. And in front of them we have some more Schleich ponies. This is Ranger and Akatsuki. He's a cute Appaloosa that was painted by Whirlwind Model Horses on Instagram. On the next shelf we have my two Carracks. This one is a custom, his name is Stratus. He was painted by Head to Hoof Creations and I love him, he's so pretty. Then here we have Minato. Then we have some more chunky ponies. This is my Othello Conga. So here we have Pierce. This is Vlad. He was painted by EA Studios. Then here we have Alvin, Sasuke, and Ibiki, who is currently, actually no, I should say, he is still getting painted by me. He was resculpted by Jonas Veroma on Instagram. Moving up, we have my newsworthy Conga. So here we have Killian, Kanan, Ecosystem, who was resculpted and painted by Fritter Horses on Instagram. And then here we have Flash, who was painted by EA Studios. On the next shelf we have my Duende Conga. So here we have Angor, Inquisitor, Lucan, Tigran and Kovu. I probably should say who they're painted by. Inquisitor is painted by Amon Ridge Studio. Tigran is painted by Paint Pony Studios, and Kovu is painted by EA Studios. And then in the front we have Windsong, my little Schleich and Illusion. And then we have my Alvarozo custom, who was painted by Mustang Girl 99, or is it 66? I can never remember. I apologize, her username will be on the screen, but his name is Iolia and I love him to death. He's so pretty. In the front we have a little Schleich Dartmoor. This guy's name is Storm. Then we have my Welsh ponies. So here we have Arista, Drake, Ryan, Cameron, and then we have another Schleich. This is Pepper. On the next shelf we have my Roxy's. So here we have Astrid, who was painted by Elena Daniel of Sugar Sweet Studios. Then we have Crash and Flicker. And then we have two more Schleichs. This is Memory and Trust. On the next shelf we have all of my resins. I finally have managed to get them all together on one shelf instead of spread around. So here we have my Thunderbutt resin. He doesn't have a name. He will get painted at some point. And then we have a little Breyers resin here as well. He will also get painted at some point. Then we have my Encanto resin. I love this guy. He is so pretty. His name is Momoshiki and he was painted by Karen Zorn. He's so pretty. I literally love him. If you haven't seen the unboxing of him, go check it out. Then we have probably the newest resin in my collection. This is Shay. She's the Ariana LaForgeord resin. I forgot who sculpted. Was it Chrysalis Studios? I think. She was painted by Elena Daniel and she's so pretty. I'm yet to take her out to get some photos because, yeah, the weather hasn't been great lately. Next to her we have my Wally West resin, who was sculpted and painted by Sue Kern Thompson. I love him. He's so pretty. Then we have some foals. These two are best friends, by the way. This is Lily, who was painted by, actually no, she resculpted it too because the tongue is a resculpt. She was customized by Deb Brown. And then here we have Ivana, who is a Elizabeth resin, I think. And she was painted by Sue Kern Thompson as well. Next to her we have my Nightly Cadence resin. I love this resin. I'm so glad that I managed to get one. He was painted by Sue Kern Thompson as well. There you go. So I have so many Sue Kern Thompson customs. It's crazy. Anyway, his name is Icarus and I love him. In the front here we have a little Windy Boy resin, I think is the name of the resin. He is so adorable. His name is Genma and he was painted by, is it Painted? I can never remember the username. I am so sorry. I'll have it on screen so you guys can see, but he is literally the cutest thing in the world. And my last resin is, oh my god, what's his name? I forgot his name. He's a resin that was sculpted by DJB Studios and I love him. I did an unboxing of him. I seriously am so annoyed I'm blanking right now. But yeah, he is really, really cool. I love this guy. I can't wait to paint him at some point. So yeah, those are all my resins. On the next shelf we have a Tortillus custom. This is Aries. He was painted by Walnut Lane Studios, or Harriet Lanesley. We have a little Schleich here that's name is Violet. And then we have my Bluegrass Bandits. So this is Larissa, Rayla, and Triss. On the next shelf we have my Desitato model. This is Excalibur. He's so pretty. Below him we have another Schleich. This is Aurora. Then here we have my two Flash models. This is Red and Jet. Then we have a Peter Stone who's just chilling by himself. He's the only one by himself. All the others are on one shelf, so yeah. Anyway, his name is Landon. Then we have my Shagya Arabian Conga. So this is Suki, Leland, Cora, who was painted by Melf 1987. Then we have Rhea and Alita, who was resculpted and painted by Harriet Lanesley of Walnut Lane Studios. Then on the next shelf we have my Giselle Conga. So here we have Starfire, Hera, Callista, and Dea. And then we have a little Schleich pony just here. This is Mocha. Moving up a shelf, we have my Cannery Warm Bloods. So here we have Axel, Tracer, and Kane. Then we have a little Schleich custom that was done by Breyside Farms, I think is her Instagram. This is Dante, he is so pretty. Then we have my Smutty Jones Conga. So this is Thunder, Sonic, Caboose, who was painted by Utterly Schleich. And this is Raphael, who's a resculpt that was done by Salty Bronc Studios. And I will eventually paint him at some point, but he is really, really cool. And then we have a little Schleich. This is Comet. On the next shelf, we have my Troubadour. This is Thunderbird. Then we have another Schleich pony. This is Cyrus. Here we have my stock horse Mare and Foal. I think I never remember the name of the mold because I can't remember if they decided to call it like Firefly and Hawkeye or like, yeah, I'm just gonna say it's the stock Mare and Foal. This is Morgana and Sasori. Then we have Lucy and Hawkeye, and yes, I did keep his name because it's really cute. Then we have two more Schleichs. This is Milkshake and Punch, and yes, I did name them after drinks because I thought it was cute at the time. It still is cute, so yeah. Anyway, moving on, this is Elise, and then we have my two Fjord or Sport pony models. This is Kushina and Sienna, and then we have little Banner kind of just chilling here. On the next shelf, we have my strapless Conga, but before we go to them, we have two Schleichs. This is Lightning, and then we have Copper. Here we have Freefall, who was painted by Chris Nandel. This is April, who was painted by EA Studios. Then we have Casanova and Karua, who was painted by Devin Frenzy of DF Studios. On the next shelf, we have my two Firehearts. Wow, did I say two? Three Firehearts. Wow, I'm still not fully aware that I own this guy. This is probably my favorite mold that Breyer has released so far. I love it. It's so dynamic and I just love the expression on his face. So this is Bolin. Then we have Saya and Bruno. This shelf is probably one of my favorites, to be honest. It's got majority of my Peter Stones and two of them are probably some of my favorites. This is my Bunny Conga so far. I've only got two, but I definitely hope to get more in the future. So here we have my ambassador model for 2022/2023. This is Fifi. She's so pretty. And then here next to her, you guys would have seen the reel that I did for her. This is Tsunade, and I love this horse. Like, her mane is so cool. I love the color. I just love everything about her, and her ponytail is so cute as well, so yeah. Moving on, we have my Stone Morgans. So here we have Cody, Shiro, Jay, Wakanda, and Iruka. And then chilling on the end here all by his lonesome is Sherlock. He's my Irish Draft. On the next shelf, we have all of my Idicus models. So just here we have a custom by Waterfall Studios. This is Nomad. Here we have Gara. He's a resculpt and repaint that was done by Lakeside, or is it Lakeview? I can't remember. But anyways, he's a really cool dude, so I'm really happy I added him to my collection. Then we've got my two Orpides. One of them has a name, the other one is Mahoa. Then we have two Schleichs in the front here. This is Adagio and Sadie. Then we have a resculpt Idicus. This is a mare, by the way, if you couldn't tell. This is Raina. She was done by, oh my god, why am I forgetting all the artists? I'm so sorry. I'll have it on the screen so you guys can see. But she's really, really pretty. This guy, he doesn't have a painter. Well, he does, but I don't know who it is. His name is Aiden. He does need a major repair. So I'll probably end up redoing him completely, but we'll see. This guy is Michelangelo. He was done by Mac Studios, and he is so pretty. Like, the color on this dude is just insane, and his dapples are so soft as well, so yeah. And then on the end, we have Magnus, and we also have another Schleich. This is Wanda. And last but not least, we finally have the top shelf of my collection, which has probably two of my biggest and favoriteest congas. Most favorite congas, I can't speak, in my collection. So we have my Dundee conga. Starting on the end here, we have Ingressus, Fanta, Jumanji, 4. We have 2 Hals. One of them is like severely body condition, thanks to my filming. But this is Kai, and we're just gonna call this guy Hal because he doesn't have a name. This is Splinter, who was painted by Amarang Studios, and I love him. He's absolutely gorgeous. This is Chase, who was painted by Amon Ridge Studio. This is Itachi. He is a resculpt that I believe was done by Elena Daniel. He will be painted at some point. Then here we have Kanjiga, who is a custom by Dan Vans Customs. Here is Alaska modeling a cute scarf that was done by Mr. Bobby's Woolies. Then we have Christoph and Charlie, who was painted by EA Studios. Then we have my Nakota conga, and they kind of split up a little bit thanks to this flower thingy in the middle. So this is Catalyst, who was painted by Elena Daniel. Then we have Makek, my beautiful moon warrior. I love him. And then on the other side, we have Scarlet, Duncan, who was painted by Sue Kern Thompson. And then here we have Syax. And then last but not least, we have my Stone Foundation Quarter Horse conga. It is getting so big. So starting at the end here, we have Lloyd, Yamato, Voltaris, Okino, who's wearing a cute halter that was made by Infinity Breyers, and a scarf that was made by Mr. Bobby's Woolies. These colors look really good on him, by the way. Then here we have Tex, Toby Rama, this is Neji, Sai, Daniel, Bacardi, and then here we have Kakashi. Alrighty, so that is my entire collection for 2023. Of course, BREYERFEST is literally this weekend, so I can't wait to add some brand new ponies to this shelf. I might need to do a little bit more rearranging because I might struggle to get the new ponies on the shelf. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Stay legendary.